All right, my friends, what's going on? I wanted to make this channel originally because I wanted to share my own experiences with ankylosing spondylitis as someone who's had this now for well over a decade, but also what I've seen from my clients around the globe, all ages, all different progression levels. I've seen so much ankylosing spondylitis now, something that when I was first diagnosed, I had never heard of it. I didn't know anyone else with it. And I think it's so important to share my own experiences because if you follow the channel, especially the past year or so, there's a lot of videos of me struggling mentally, struggling to keep going with this, especially as someone who works in this field, who works on training people with ankylosing spondylitis. I think I'm in a good position to share my experiences because I want to show that it's hard. It's a struggle. It's hard. But I also want to share that we can get to places we never thought we could. And that's why I made this channel to begin with. I never thought I'd be able to just keep fighting and getting stronger and maintaining my function and flexibility, although I'm dealing with these different issues in the body, how I've been able to just stay healthy. And again, it hasn't been easy, but I've wanted to share my own experiences because no one told me, I think early on when I was first diagnosed, a lot of negativity was thrown my way. And I hear this a lot from a lot of people with this, just how bad it is and how much worse it's going to get as time goes on. That was what was really put into my head early on by top rheumatologists, top doctors. I was 25 years old and people were telling me spondylitis is really bad. It's going to get much worse. Your flexibility is going to get worse. It's going to be really challenging. You're not going to be able to do the things you used to do. You're not going to be able to play basketball like you used to do, jump rope, hit the heavy bag. All that impact is going to be too much on the body. And, at the time, that was I just think it was the wrong thing to say to someone who needed some positivity and just needed direction. All right, well, how do I stay healthy, keep a healthy mindset? How do I keep trying to get stronger, more flexible? It's the wrong approach. It's the wrong approach. And my channel is about how we can have these struggles, we can have these hard times, we can have, for some of us, damage in our spines, SI joint damage, inflammation, flares, but we can still keep chipping away at it and get stronger, keep our flexibility, and live a healthy life. We can still live a healthy life with this. And if you look back at my channel the past year or so, I've had some hard times. I had reoccurring sciatica I was like, well, I guess this is my life now. I'm just going to keep getting sciatica. I'm going to keep limping around every few weeks. My hips were really bothering me. My low back for the first time in years was waking me up at night. And there was a few times where I was like, I don't know what else I can do. But my channel, my journey, my channel has been about how do we keep adapting things and how do we figure out, all right, how do we keep progressing this? What type of things can we do fitness-wise, flexibility-wise, nutritionally? And I just want to share quickly some of the main things I do that really helped me kind of get out of this rut and get back to actually playing in a men's basketball league. I'm making this video today because I played in a men's basketball league for the first time last night in about 7 years. I thought I was done. I've played basketball over the years a lot, but the past year or so, I haven't been able to play as much, and I really wanted to get back. I needed a purpose. I needed a goal. I needed a way to retrain my body, and I thought I was done. I really did. I had so much sciatica, hip pain, low back was bothering me. I thought I was done, but I'm not done. I'm not done, and how I got there was, it's never what it seems, but how I got there was kind of changing my approach and adapting and doing different things, and my body wasn't responding to aggressive stretching anymore. I was trying to really aggressively stretch for my low back, and it wasn't responding anymore. I had gained some weight the past year or so, so I decided to just kind of take a step back and let's focus on my nutrition and my health. And I lost a lot of weight. I lost maybe 20 pounds. So my low back started to feel much better, and I was able to do a little more core work, and it wasn't straining the low back. I was taking a lot of pressure off the low back. I wasn't compensating as much. So I changed my diet. That really helped me just losing some weight. And I've made a video about this, but not focusing so much on, I kind of got rid of my keto, low carb diet. It just wasn't working for me. I gained too much weight. So I started focusing on protein, fiber, nutrients, vegetables, fruit, lean meat, fish. I really started focusing on just a balanced diet, keeping track of calories. I lost some weight, and that really helped me. And I think that was a large part of my low back pain. But in my mind, I thought it was spondylitis, and a little bit is, but a lot of it for me was I had gained some weight, my core wasn't as active. So the nutrition, the keeping track of calories, the just thinking about health, thinking about how I can get healthier really helped me. I mean, I can't speak higher enough about it. So I don't think it's always about, it is important to eat foods that don't aggravate the gut, don't aggravate the stomach. We just feel better afterwards. They don't weigh us down. And I think diet is an important thing to concentrate on, especially if you're trying to stay at a leaner weight. If you need to lose some weight, keeping track of calories, focusing on protein and fiber, and these great kind of low calorie nutritious foods are just so great, like lean meats and fish, vegetables, fruit. I think we can have really a well-balanced diet and do very well with this. It doesn't have to be so intense with the diet. I think that was one of the main changes I made. And the second main change I made was, again, not forcing the stretches, trying some different things exercise-wise. I was having a lot of compensations in my body that I really had to take a step back, not lift so many weights. I started doing more machines, more resistance bands, but a lot of therapeutic movements for especially my lower body, for my hips. So I started doing a lot of single leg bridges and some different core work, dead bugs, bird dogs, so a lot of core stability. A lot of hip flexor strength, a lot of adductor strength inside of my leg. I started to do a lot of calf strength, but all these things had become really weak on me because of just so many compensations with my low back. So I just kind of changed my routine and I tried some different things. And that's kind of what my journey's been about. How do we keep going and progressing strength and flexibility? And sometimes it just takes tweaking the approach, changing the approach, trying different things. And that's what I've been all about, especially for my clients, trying different things. If they don't respond well to something, we change it. We don't force it. If we're trying to really open up the back through stretching and we're not seeing any improvement, we change things. We look more towards strength training, using light weights, using machines, using resistance bands, using body weight exercises. So I think it's so important to alter our approach and really just keep after it. It's consistency. It's trying to keep our flexibility, trying to increase our strength. So the moral of my story is, I think it's important to realize that we can always get healthier. We can always work on our fitness, work on our flexibility, work on our strength, work on our nutrition. There's so many ways to look at this. Keeping our stress levels down, doing anything we can to keep a healthy mindset, dealing with stress the best we can. All those things matter. Everything matters for ankylosing spondylitis. Unfortunately, there's no number one fix that's going to cure it, but there's all these things that we can do that we can keep going and get healthier with it. So I hope, that's helpful for people. If you follow along the journey, you've seen my ups and downs, and we just keep at it. It's not going to be easy. Some days are going to be a lot harder than others. There's going to be some really great days where you're feeling great. There might be days where you're not feeling as great, but we just stay at it in any way we can and we keep progressing. See you next time.